Welcome back to the 8:30 show. Bunch of things went down this week.
A lot of things.
Yeah, no pun intended. We'll get into it. Um, the one thing that I see that a lot of controversy that's been going on in the social media world. One of the things, the Dank Demoss getting denied service by Lyft. Did you hear about that?
I heard about it, but I didn't really look into it. I saw that she was denied a Lyft.
A pickup.
I couldn't even think of the Lyft pickup, and now she's suing for being denied. That's all I know. I don't really know anything that has happened or what exactly happened.
Well, I got a little video clip here, not too long. Let's I'm gonna go ahead and let's get it going, and we'll check it out and we'll talk about it.
On the edge, a Detroit rapper is going viral for something other than her music.
Fans know her as Dank Demoss, and they're fuming after a Lyft driver allegedly denied her a ride because of her size. And Fox News' Jessica Dupnack is live in Detroit with this story. And my goodness, tell us how this all unfolded here, Jessica.
Well, it all unfolded on video. Deja Banlane whipped out her phone when this all happened. Now, the Lyft driver, he was kind enough and apologetic, but refused her a ride and said that she would not fit and that her weight couldn't be handled by his tires. Now she's filing a lawsuit.
Let's see her.
Have you been in cars that size before?
Yes, I have. I've been in cars smarter than that, you know.
Deja Blanding
I don't
tells us
think
she
so.
was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her
being
Lyft
nice.
rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him like making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
Believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. You know, I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires, you know, like.
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
Every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car.
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
No, I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there. The rapper says she's pretty tough. Dank Demoss, as she's known at the mic, is crushed by the whole situation.
I just want them to know, like, it really hurt my feelings.
It looks like a Lyft might be hurting pretty soon, too.
I knew it was illegal, and I knew that it was wrong.
Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, you know, I don't want to have black people in my car, or I don't want to have Christians in my car, or Muslims in my car. It's
gotta
the
be black
same.
people.
Under the law, it's the same.
The lawsuit is filed. Since she posted the encounter on social media, other full-figured folks have reached out saying the same thing happened to them.
I can fit in this car.
Believe me, you can.
Yes, I can. I really want people to see, like, what we go through as bigger people, you know?
We did reach out to Lyft. They did not get back with us in time for this story. Now, Lyft, Uber, those rideshare companies, they can refuse passengers based on a perceived security threat. But according to Deja's attorneys, you cannot discriminate based on someone's weight. It's very clear in that cell phone video. That is why he denied her ride. Reporting live on Detroit's west side, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
And because these Lyft drivers, their own personal rides, I mean, they turn people away, but they have some discretion, you're saying, but when it comes to some of these protected liberties, no.
That is what the attorneys are saying, and they said they had enough to file suit. They have filed that lawsuit, and Lyft has been served, but we will see what happens. We'll stay in touch with Deja.
Yeah, it's interesting because you said so many people came forward after this, so clearly it's an issue out there right now. Thanks, Jessica.
That's interesting. That is interesting. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. It's a very touchy subject. I'm a big woman, you know, and things have been said to me, and I move on. I don't file a lawsuit. That's her choice. That's her prerogative. I mean, she wants to do that. That's fine. Me, I'm not going to waste the time, and it's all, you know, like, because of other people, I'm not going to be that person. But for me, it's kind of, it is his personal vehicle. If that's how he feels about it, that's how he feels about it. If he did it to me, I would have called another one, period. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Everyone is different, and she chose to go that route. She's a big woman. I feel if he doesn't want to do the ride, he shouldn't have to. That's just me, though. You know,
I see it kind of both ways. I see his perspective and I see her perspective. Yeah, she shouldn't have to be denied for getting a ride. But at the same time, because we all know Uber and Lyft, they're not commercial vehicles. They're not from Uber. They're not
Correct.
from Lyft. They're people's personal vehicles.
I mean,
How do you tell somebody?
Sorry.
How do you tell somebody who's doing this in their own personal vehicle to say no? You have to take this person.
Yeah.
Or you have to take that person. If he feels like his car is going to get damaged because of that, because of taking the ride. So I see it both ways. I mean, airplanes, big people have to buy 2 seats.
Yep.
I
mean, they don't have to, not all. But it just depends on how large the person is.
Correct. Now, would that be considered discrimination from someone's
A lot
size?
of people find it discriminatory. Yes, I can't talk today. I'm so sorry. But a lot of people find it that.
Well, I get that argument before. Airlines were saying, hey, you're a big person, you need to buy 2 seats because you're spilling. Because I looked at it as you're spilling it over into someone else's seat. And so I understood it. My thing is, if a person buys 2 seats, I don't care if they are a big person or a small person, they buy two seats. Don't be bringing your funky ass over here talking about, can I have that seat? You can have this seat if you buy it.
That's actually that happened not too long ago, where a woman, I think it was a woman, she bought 2 seats
because she doesn't want nobody sitting next to her.
No, it wasn't that.
Or was she just a big woman? I don't remember. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She was a big woman, so she bought 2 seats, being considerate to other passengers. Sorry. And apparently they wanted her to give up her seat to a woman who had a child. I believe that's what the story was. And that she was like, no.
Yeah.
And they wanted her to, so that she can, they didn't have to deal with the kid. I don't really know. Yeah. But they did that, and that now they're coming for her. And a lot of people, social media is like, no, she bought the 2 seats.
Yeah.
Why should she have to give it up?
Correct.
Kind of thing. But yeah, it happens. And that's crazy to me, like that's another type of issue where someone's like, oh, can we switch seats? No, bitch, I bought that seat. Why would I give up my seat for you? That's your problem. And,
So bringing it back to the Lyft situation, I see it both ways. It sucks for her. She's a big woman. These are things that, are going to happen being a bigger person. I mean, I'm tall. I have situations with seating positions and in these, ride share companies. So I make do.
And my thing is too, just to make a point, sometimes you pick up 3-4 people that might be, that's 400 pounds right there, plus with all of those people, so you're okay with that. But the one woman who weighs whatever she weighs, I don't see the issue with that. But at the same time, I do feel like if he doesn't want to do the ride, he shouldn't have to. And I don't think it's discriminatory. I feel like, I don't know. I don't see it like that, because if you go up to a guy because you think he's good looking and you try to talk to him and he's like, you're not my type. Like, I don't want to, like, I ain't fucking with you because of how you look. Are you going to sue that man? That's his discretion.
Yeah.
So I feel like it, that's kind of the same.
And
don't drag me.
and in what I'll say in my closing statement for that, cars have weight limits.
They do.
Trucks have weight limits.
Yeah.
If he felt that she exceeded the weight limit of his vehicle, he has every right to say no because you're going to damage his vehicle.
I mean,
and she's not going to pay for the damage caused to
No.
the vehicle. She's going to be like, "Oh, you should go after Lyft for that."
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
I agree.
So there's wear and tear and there's damage. And if he felt like she exceeded the weight limit, then I mean, who am I to say he shouldn't be able to deny her? But
yeah. All right, so let's move on.
moving right along.
So there's been some plane crashes that have happened. The first one was the American Airlines and
Yeah.
Black Hawk.
That one's crazy. I will not be playing the footage of the crash because I don't think that's appropriate.
I understand. I don't understand how that happened at all, to be honest with you. Like, how did you guys collide? How did the helicopter not see that airplane? And, because it's not like it backed into it. It went head on. How did you not see that? So that I just don't get it.
Well, I do have some update. I found an article that we can check out here of the plane crash. And let's go ahead and flip over to it and check it out. This is from Yahoo News. DC plane crash live updates. All 3 black boxes found. 67 dead after American Airlines jet collides with military
That's
helicopter.
sad. That sucks.
Very sad. Very sad.
I saw the video of the guy that he said I think his girlfriend or wife, I don't remember if it was girlfriend or wife, that she's like, "Oh, we'll be landing in 20 minutes," and then that shit happened.
Yeah. So, as the article reads, an American Airlines plane collided with the military helicopter over the Potomac River near Washington, D.C. on Wednesday, killing 67 people. It was the deadliest air disaster in the United States since 2001. We all know what 2001 was.
Yeah.
No need to give more information on that. The commercial flight from Wichita, Kansas, I just like saying Wichita, carrying 60 passengers and 4 crew members, was preparing to land at Ronald Reagan National Airport around 9 p.m. At the same time, a Black Hawk helicopter carrying 3 soldiers as part of a training mission was flying nearby, according to the Defense Department. Both aircraft collided in mid-air before plummeting into the Frigid River. There were no survivors. More than 40 bodies have been recovered from the water, the Associated Press reported. 2 so-called black boxes, a cockpit voice recorder, and a flight data recorder have been recovered from the plane, the National Transportation Safety Board said Thursday. At a press briefing Friday, the NTSB said the combined voice and flight data recorder on the Black Hawk had been recovered. The recorders are being evaluated. So, what's this? Among those who died in the crash were figure skaters and their
Kids.
family members.
They
and
were
coaches.
kids. They were like young teenage, preteen kids.
Wow.
It's sad.
That's sad.
That's so sad.
Sad for their family. Sad for them losing their lives.
All of them, everybody that
Yeah.
lost their lives. It's so sad.
Let's see what they got here. NTSB officials said that they had recovered both black boxes, from American Airlines Flight 5342, as well as the Black Hawk. Here's a look at what transpired Friday as investigators continue to investigate the cause of the crash. The FAA began restricting helicopters from flying some routes around. That's the other thing. I guess, like, my thing is how did the tower not know or see? Like, I don't know much of the story, so don't drag me, people, about it. I've seen updates and highlights from it, but from my update on it was that there was one aircraft controller controlling both planes, and there was human error afoot, and this is what happened. So it's sad.
Did they lie on the resume? Like, what happened? I just, not trying to be funny, but just saying, like, what if they really didn't know what they were doing?
Yeah.
Hopefully they did, and it was just a mistake. It's horrible, though, to think that, somebody would lie about that.
That's a horrible
Just
mistake.
saying, I never heard of this. I'm just throwing that out there.
It is scary to watch. Scary to watch. It goes, let's go on. New video obtained. Offered the clearest views of the jet crash. Yeah, I don't want to see the crash. I try not to put that type of energy into my mind. And
No, I watched it. I watched it from different angles, not trying to, not morbid curiosity. It was on my feed. So every time it came up, I was like, oh, what's this? Oh, it's a different angle from it, I just don't understand how it's not like the helicopter backed into the airplane. It went head on.
Yeah.
It was flying straight towards it. So of course, social media's theory is that someone important was on that airplane and they hit their mark, but I
don't know about all that.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theories.
So some
they always pop up on everything.
Some conspiracy theories are a little too left field for me sometimes.
Just saying.
Yeah. The U.S.
It
Army
doesn't look good when they're going straight towards the airplane.
Now
just
the
saying.
conspiracy would be the air traffic controller. That would be the conspiracy. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
the U.S. Army identified 2 of the 3 soldiers aboard the Black Hawk helicopter. Why 2 of the 3? They should know all 3, but whatever.
No, they identified. They didn't say they don't know who they are. They already identified it was a woman.
The father of one of the helicopter pilots told CBS News, "It's really like your worst nightmare, I bet." As a parent, let's see, what else do they got here? Figure skaters killed in crash will be honored. That's great. Good for them. Sad to hear. The Air Traffic Controller Union rebutted Donald Trump's claim the DEI hiring practice had been a factor. Why would that be a factor?
I made a face prior to reading this because I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Pilots had complained for years about near misses with helicopters at Reagan Airport. So maybe that's just been a thing, and it's been a thing until it's become a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where if that's the case, it sounds like there has been major neglect in safety protocols. I mean, it's bad enough that most commercial airplanes aren't even being flown by the pilot. Unless they're landing or taking off. And now you got to worry about helicopters in the vicinity and they ain't paying attention.
Things happen. Things happen a lot in the air, or on the way in and out.
I need to get my pilot's license so I can just fly myself. If I crash myself, it'd be like, well, it was all good until a whoopsie happened.
So as of early Friday afternoon, 41 bodies had been recovered from the Potomac River, according to D.C. Fire Chief John Donnelly. American Airlines will reportedly retire flight number 5342. The identities of many of the passengers on the flight continue to be made public.
I wonder, do they do that for all planes that go down, retire them like basketball jerseys?
I couldn't tell you. I didn't know they did that.
I didn't know they did that either.
Well,
that's interesting.
It's interesting because not only did this happen, but there were other plane crashes like right after, back to back kind of. One was in Northeast Philadelphia. It was a medevac Learjet, and it was carrying 6 people. A person had surgery, life-saving surgery or something like that, and along with their mother, and they died. And then a person in a car was killed because of that plane crash. So everyone, the patient, the parent, and staff on the Learjet died.
So you mean to tell me you take a Learjet, get life-threatening surgery done, I'm assuming, and on your way back.
I know.
And still.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that happened the day on the 31st of January.
Yeah.
And then I believe on Wednesday as well, there was a plane crash in Santa Barbara, and the pilot survived because of
He jumped out.
Officer Ricardo Ayala from Goleta. He went to save him and pulled him out of the wreck before it caught on fire.
Well, way to go to that officer. He needs to get some kind of a Medal of Honor. That's
he was at a traffic stop. So I know somebody didn't get a ticket.
Hey, not all superheroes wear capes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not all superheroes
But
wear capes.
just the amount of plane crashes, like within, it seems, hours of each other or even days of each other. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And a lot of people
Was that 3 in
died.
a row?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was another one somewhere else. I couldn't find it. But yeah, it's just kind of happening. A lot has been happening this week. This week has been a nightmare for this country.
January ain't trying to give it up. January is trying to hold on that last little piece.
It lasted 180 days. So
2 whole years.
Longest January of my life.
2 years of January. What is it? What's the thing that the groundhog that comes out? What's his name?
Oh yeah, I don't know his name, but I know
Puxatani or whatever.
Sure.
He came out and said, "Y'all niggas ain't leaving January yet. 6 more weeks of January."
Yeah, it's been a hell of a week.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. You know, we have tariffs and stuff coming on. People are dying in plane crashes. Not looking forward.
This is the end,
Stop
people.
it. Don't
This
say
is the
that.
end.
This is not the end. I ain't ready.
If you haven't seen that movie, go look up that movie. This is the end. It's happening. It's happening. We had the fires. Now we got plane crashes. We got Donald Trump out here shooting off tariffs, like giving out candy at Halloween. He giving out the tariffs.
He's talking about ending
All
the
of it.
IRS.
I'm gonna burn this bitch down.
And immigration, ICE is out there picking people up. Like, it's insane. It's insane.
Speaking of King Tariff, let's go ahead and run on over to
Not King Tariff.
King Tariff right here. The tariff czar. Let's dive into him. So Trump is planning on ending the IRS for the ERS, which is the External Revenue Service, which will collect money from tariffs. And
that's supposed to cover the country cost.
We are going to hell in a handbasket. I'm telling you, we are gasoline draws.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm afraid of what this is going to do to our country, to our economy, to our people, because the eggs are outrageous in this country. Like, what the fuck? And that's just the eggs.
Just the tip of the iceberg.
Correct.
Baby.
Correct. just the tip. And imagine, and it's not just the eggs, it's everything. Man.
So let's get into this article. This article is from the Associated Press.
You.
We both can do it, but I'll kick it off.
Go ahead.
President-elect Trump on Tuesday announced plans to create a new agency called the ERS, External Revenue Service, to collect tariffs and other revenues from foreign nations. We will begin charging those that make money off us with trade, and they will start paying immediately. Trump said Tuesday on his social media site, Truth Social. That shit's still going on. I didn't even know. He compared his planned creation to the Internal Revenue Service, which is the nation's domestic tax collector,
which rob us
every freaking year. And then they give it to another country. The creation of a new agency requires the act of Congress, and Republicans hold the majority of both the House and the Senate. Trump, who has vowed to shrink the size of government, will be creating a new agency to do functions already handled by existing agencies, including the Commerce Department of the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, which collects duties and revenues from other nations. President-elect has tapped 2 business titans to lead this department of government efficiency, Dogecoin, a non-governmental task force assigned to find ways to fire federal workers, cut programs, and slash federal regulations as part of what he calls Save America agenda for the second term in the White House. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like Hail Hydra. when one head falls,
Okay,
another
so I'm
rises.
gonna speak my theory on this, and
Hell Hydra.
only one part of what this is doing. So by eliminating some of these people in government, they're stopping all this us bleeding money, the country bleeding money. That's what I see. I see them trying to cut off this hose of money.
Well, yeah, that
that's-
does make sense. to do
That's
that.
what I see. Some of the letting go of government officials or whatever is for their own purposes, like people who investigated him on his
Well.
whatever. But in regards to some of that, I feel that it's because we are 30 something trillion dollars in the red.
Yeah.
And not that I'm for this person, I am not for this president, but I see that part of it, that he's trying to cut off the money. Stop giving the money away. We are in complete debt here. We are. But it's not okay how it's happening.
Well, is it not okay how it's happening, or is it the shock factor of that it's happening? You know
No,
what
I
mean?
think it's not okay because you got to go with your other countries and make a deal, not just say, this is what's happening. That's it. And now what about us? You're okay. You've got millions, billions,
He's the
whatever.
president.
No, regardless of
know.
who he is, he's got his own money and he can forever feed himself for the rest of his life. Some of us cannot. We all work, we all come bring our money in, and we have to budget our money. We're not billionaires and millionaires, not all of us. So
Yeah.
what about us? And they claim that it's for the people, but it's really not. You're
Yeah.
you're fucking us just
Well, the middle class
as bad
is
as the
eroded.
last one did by sending our money out to other countries. Like, I didn't agree with that. I didn't hate Biden, but I didn't care for that. Whatever.
Yeah.
I hate politics. I fucking hate it for real, because it just, it's so frustrating. And everybody's like, oh, you're a liberal. Oh, you're a Republican. I don't give a fuck what you are. Just
I'm a nigga get robbed here.
make it right for us regular folk, instead of taking our money and just doing willy-nilly shit with it. That's how I feel about it.
Again, I'm just a nigga getting robbed in America. Legally robbing me.
Yeah, legally they are robbing us who are considered poor, cutting off programs and all of that. I understand that they're trying to save a buck. But why don't you throw some of your billions back into the government, instead of finding loopholes on how to keep your fucking money? And somebody who, the guy who played Lex Luthor, what's his name? I don't remember his name.
Which one? Which Lex Luthor? Smallville Lex Luthor?
No, the other one, with Henry Cavill.
Yeah, I know his name. I
Okay,
don't like
so
him.
he came out saying that why don't some of the billionaires put their money in to help people?
Dave Chappelle with the crown on.
But I said this shit. I said this shit like last year sometime, where I was saying, you got Jeff Bezos who can just give his money away, give $1 billion to people, or however many people there are, and he'll make it back the next day. It's Amazon. Like, this dude's a multi-billionaire, but they don't want to do that. They want to hoard their money for what?
Well,
Like, how much money do you really need?
All
And
of
the
it.
thing is that we're all gonna put it back into the economy. We're all gonna put it back.
well,
but-
again, this is where
Yeah.
the one of the candidates that I liked on one of the elections before Biden won, Andrew Yang, he was talking about UBI, and I'm still down with that shit. Give me $1,000 every month. I know it ain't gonna make me rich, but who can't use $1,000 extra?
No, I know.
Extra.
I mean, you're talking about everybody getting $1,000. The homeless people, that would
Everyone.
help them. They can go get a room somewhere and not live on the street, and be able to feed themselves and try to help themselves. And, I know some people can't, but a lot can. And $1,000 can go a long way to people who don't have $1.
And Andrew Yang wasn't even going to tax us. He was going to tax these big $1 trillion corporations.
No, but they don't want that to happen.
And that was going to be the way that was going to be the way that
yeah, but they don't want that to happen. Bernie Sanders, he was, trying to help the people. They didn't want him to be in office either. It's these mega whoever behind the fucking scenes that are like, nope.
We ain't done robbing yet.
Yes, we're not done here. We're not going to allow you to come. And even if someone were to come in and do what we need them to do, they won't have enough time to do it in, because they only get 8 years. If you're lucky, 8 years to do that. And in those 8 years, you're trying to clean up the last guy's fucking mess. So if you don't get a second term, you're like I said, you're cleaning up their mess, and you didn't get what you wanted to do done. And I think a lot of people, that's why Obama got 8 years, because they wanted to see him do the things he said he wanted to do.
I don't think that's why Obama got 8 years. I think Obama got 8 years because he got not Saddam. He got, what's his name?
Osama.
He got Osama. Yeah.
Sorry.
Obama got Osama.
Yeah.
And I think that's what got people to say, you know what, I fox with you. That's what I think happened there.
I mean, he's a great man. I'm not going to bullshit. He's a great man.
He's a great man. Wasn't the greatest president, but who is? Then we got Trump.
I mean, that depends on the point of view in regards to the president. Look at how many people love Trump.
Yeah.
They adore this man.
Yeah. They were putting stuff on when Trump was in office. They were putting stuff on him on Obama that he wasn't even in office yet.
Yeah.
So,
but
then we got Trump, and then I was like, all right, whatever, cool. It is what it is. He's in office. Then I was like, let's just get him another term so we can get him out of here. And then Biden slid in, and then I was like, well, I like Andrew Yang. What he talking about? He ain't the one with the most sought after credentials. Yeah. But what I like in certain candidates is when they have forward thinking and have actual a plan that they're trying to implement. For me, it's like, okay, I can fuck with that. I like that. I like what I'm hearing. But anyway, let's get back to Trump. Yeah. We're navigating off topic.
All right, how Trump's IRS initiatives could harm tax filing season.
So this is following up on this whole situation, and let's talk about how they plan on robbing us even harder. The whole thing.
Well, the thing is that if this were to happen, it's not coming from us. Where we would pay would be property tax, sales tax. You know what I mean? No,
robbing us.
How is that robbing us if we're not paying income tax?
Because so here's my thing.
Clear it up for me.
This is my thinking. This is my thinking right here.
Yeah.
Remember when people were trying to get when you had the fast food workers trying to get $20 an hour?
Yeah.
I was like, I get it. I get their argument, and I have empathy, and I have empathy for that. But my thing was, where do you think that $20 is going to come from? They're going to either increase the prices of the food, or they're going to cut positions because they can't do it. Because their bottom line, they're not turning over the bottom line every day to implement that.
Okay.
And that's kind of what we started seeing. And we started seeing robots. We started seeing kiosks. In fast food places, we started seeing AI do delivery, Taco Bell. These things are coming down the pipeline because of that. You know what I mean? So where we're going to get robbed at is all the imported goods that we have. I don't think that our farmers are going to be able to keep up with the supply and demand. So what does that mean? Eggs are going to go to $100 a carton. I'm gonna start selling eggs on the street corner, $50 a carton, No,
I'm gonna go get me some fucking chickens. That's what the fuck is going on.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm about to get me some chickens, buy me a cow, milk my fucking cow. Yeah.
$50 for a carton. $100 for 18, and if you want 32, we're gonna have to talk about
Hold on,
200.
I'm about to start selling seeds on the corner for tomato, corn,
about to be-
potatoes.
I'm about to be an egg dealer around this bitch.
No, I'm just saying because
Avocados.
they gave a list of all the things that are going to go up when the tariffs hit, and that's produce.
That's everything.
Produce, tomatoes, potatoes, carrots,
You sound like that man.
beef,
You name it.
beef, pork, you know. So yeah, I'm about to start slanging seeds and shit. People are going to start planting their own fruits and vegetables. But it's true though. Like we're going to start seeing the price go up on everything. Everything it's just outrageous already.
And it's not going to be the standard level of inflation. It's going to be sales inflation, which is a different thing.
No, yeah. You're absolutely right. I had to see the picture.
It's supply and demand. That's where we're going to get robbed. Yeah, it sounds good to tax these countries for trade. Yeah, but where does that leave us? Our farmers,
absolutely.
What we have in-house in America.
Too many of us.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough supply. And I ain't trying to be eating nothing but corn syrup because we got corn for days. Coca-Cola got its own cornfields for its corn syrup. We ain't got no avocados. We ain't going to have no avocados. No avocado. Where we going to get avocados from? Where we going to get these eggs from?
Bradley's homegirl's tree.
Right?
she gonna be slinging them. Be like, let me get them.
All the
avocados.
corners selling them avocados for $30 a pop.
Right? Man. All right, so tax filing season opened on January 27th, but as a result of a slew of Trump administration initiatives, the IRS must try to manage what it anticipates will be 140 million individual returns under severe new constraints. A short-staffed agency may struggle to process returns in a timely way. Taxpayers may find it harder to get advice for filing assistance, and the potential loss of expertise in information technology and cybersecurity could both agency efficiency and taxpayer information at risk. Sorry, I'm missing the comma. To start, the IRS is operating with a temporary acting commissioner, former agency chief Daniel Werfel.
Wow.
Werfel resigned on inauguration day 2 years before his term was due to expire.
Werfel said,
after Trump announced he would replace him with his own appointee. God, he's appointed
everyone.
Everyone that don't matter, that doesn't know shit about the job that they were hired to do.
Warfel said, I'm out this bitch.
Trump's nominee is former Republican Congressperson Billy Long.
Never heard of him.
But the Senate has not yet scheduled a confirmation hearing for him. When in Congress, Long introduced legislation to abolish the IRS as part of a measure to replace the income tax with a national sales tax. In addition, the agency may be hit hard by an administration initiative to encourage federal employees to resign or retire. Although many details of the initiative remain unclear, it appears that workers who agree to leave by February 6th would continue to receive full pay and benefits, though most would not be required to work. Okay. How lovely. With our money.
So let's
motherfucker.
Let's move on to this other article. All in the same.
Trump signs new tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China. Here's what to know.
All your money is gone because you're going to pay extra for everything. Yes, I said extra. I know I can say extra, but extra because that's what it's going to feel like when it hits your pockets. Extra hard.
Wow.
President Donald Trump signed an executive order Saturday imposing 25% tariffs on imports from Mexico and Canada and 10% on imported Chinese goods. God damn it, my Timu! According to multiple reports reflecting his campaign promise to implement high tariffs against the views of many economists who believe Trump's plan would burden everyday consumers. It is. I feel like it is. Trump has long proposed raising tariffs or taxes as imported goods that the business importing them may pay the U.S. government. Before the election and said November he'll impose a 25% tariff tariff rate on all imported from Mexico and Canada on the first day of his presidency, and will impose an additional 10% tariff rate on all imports from China on top of other tariffs. So what you paying already, he's going to get another 10% on top of that. Trump told reporters after his inauguration he planned to levy 25% tariffs on imports from Canada, Mexico starting February 1st, and followed through on his plan Saturday, but levied a lower 10% tariff on Canadian energy imports to minimize any disruptive effect on gas prices in the U.S.
Yeah, because they're going to cut off their power on that side of the states.
You cut off.
On the east side of the states.
It comes after Trump signed an executive order at the start of his second term, directing federal agencies like the Treasury Department and Department of Commerce to start investigating ways to implement an American first trade policy, including through tariffs, and deliver a report by April 1st. April Fools, surprise, surprise. And his publicity said, I can't read either, and has publicly said in recent days he's still considering broader tariffs across the board.
Did you just say I can't read?
I said I can't read.
Either.
That's
what you said, though. Ain't that a B?
On all foreign imports. Yeah, you can't read either. You couldn't see the comma, the swoop. Trump's previously proposed raising tariffs by 10% or 6%. So it's just more of the same that they're saying here, that they're pointing out. And so Prime Minister Trudeau, he fired back.
Not Trudeau.
Trudeau.
It's Trudeau.
Hey, let's get into what he's talking about.
I am announcing Canada will be responding to the
Fuck
U.S.
them
trade
niggas.
action with 25% tariffs against $155 billion worth of American goods. This will include immediate tariffs on $30 billion worth of goods as of Tuesday, followed by further tariffs on $125 billion worth of American products in 21 days' time to allow Canadian companies and supply chains to seek to find alternatives. Our response will also be far-reaching and include everyday items such as American beer, wine, and bourbon, fruits and fruit juices, including orange juice, along with vegetables, perfume, clothing, and shoes. It'll include major consumer products like household appliances, furniture, and sports equipment, and materials like lumber and plastics, along with much, much more. And as part of our response, we are considering, with the provinces and territories, several non-tariff measures, including some relating to critical minerals, energy, procurement, and other partnerships. We will stand strong for Canada. We will stand strong to ensure our countries continue to be the best neighbors in the world. I want to speak directly to Americans, our closest friends and neighbors. This is a choice that, yes, will harm Canadians, but beyond that, it will have real consequences for you, the American people. As I have consistently said, tariffs against Canada will put your jobs at risk, potentially shutting down American auto assembly plants and other manufacturing facilities. They will raise costs for you, including food at the grocery stores and gas at the pump. They will impede your access to an affordable supply of vital goods crucial for U.S. security, such as nickel, potash, uranium, steel,
Y'all got
and
that
aluminum.
uranium?
They will violate the free trade agreement that the President and I, along with our Mexican partner, negotiated and signed a few years ago. Together, we've built the most successful economic, military, and security partnership the world has ever seen. A relationship that has been the envy of the world. Yes, we've had our differences in the past, but we've always found a way to get past them. As I've said before, If President Trump wants to usher in a new golden age for the United States, the better path is to partner with Canada, not to punish us.
Some strong words there, Prime Minister. Strong words. Strong words from the Prime Minister.
Yeah. We are going down in flames right now.
This is the end. The end.
It's been a lot. It's been a lot of stuff going on, you know. And for me, this president is out of his mind. And I know he has a plan. I just don't know what it is. I don't see the plan that he's got. I know that the excuses that he gives for what he's trying to do, but it's just a lot. And he just got there. Like he just got there.
No, he didn't. He been in hibernation like the
No.
groundhog.
He
while
came.
Biden
Look,
was
the
chilling.
dominoes were laid out and ready, and he pushed it. It wasn't time for him to push, but he said, "Fuck it," and now everything is just kind of falling apart.
He firing
And
off them executive orders.
To me, it's just crazy, and excusing people who it's just and then we got the deportation thing. That's the next thing.
Yeah.
Is people are being deported, and people, are like walking around and being sweated by ICE, and it's not everyone. It's just Hispanic people.
Yeah. And that's my problem with the immigration situation. Like, if you want to stand hard on immigration, I can understand that. I can wrap my brain around that. But the problem I have with the immigration situation is it's not being marketed as for everyone. It's being marketed as just to Latinos.
Yeah.
Just to Hispanic people. What about people that are here on visas that have expired? What about those people?
Yeah, but
what about people that have come over here on other type of visas, work visas, and they're expired and they just still here? I don't hear anything about that. You know what I mean? It's just Latinos.
Yeah.
And that's the problem I have with the whole optics, the whole thing. It's just very racist.
it is. It
Very
is extremely
overt racist.
So today, there's protests on the 101. They shut down the 101 freeway because
We're in California.
We're in
SoCal.
California, and they are protesting on the freeway, shutting it down. And you made a great point. Like, why are you protesting here? Take it to Washington, because that's where he's at. He doesn't care about this, And I agree with you. Like, I get it. People are entitled to protest. They can do that freely, but it's not going to make a difference here. Because Newsom, that's our governor, and he's trying to protect us. I don't know how much he can protect us, but
I don't even like Newsom.
I have my papers. I was born here, but that doesn't matter when I walk down the street or when I go to the supermarket or when I'm just driving for some ICE person to come and be like, "Where are your papers?" Like, why the fuck do I have to show you my papers? I was born in this bitch,
Why are you asking me for my papers to begin with? I have a Fourth Amendment.
But regardless of that, they don't care. You ain't got them on you. Let's go. And that's the thing.
And
I shouldn't have to deal with that as an American citizen just because I look the way I look.
That is such a civil lawsuit. Just made my body tingle on how much money we would be collecting out of their ass.
What a bitch. See, I ain't thinking about money. I'm thinking about my motherfucking freedom in this motherfucker.
This is the end. They try to get us for every little grunion any American has. So when you said that, I was like, oh, we about to come up.
No, we're not. I don't want to get pulled over. Not even pulled over. I don't want to be sweated at all. Leave me the fuck alone. But because I'm brown and I look the way I look, they're coming for me first. And it could be this person, this white lady next to me that immigrated from wherever, and she ain't got no fucking papers, but they don't look her way because she's white. She looks white.
That's what I
I'm
said.
brown.
That's what I said.
And automatically I'm illegal. Automatically I'm Mexican, which I'm not. You know, but they don't care.
Yeah. Well,
they don't give
a
a shit.
That's what I said. It's the whole immigration, the optics of it. It's horrible. It's not just horrible. It's deplorable. So that's all I got on immigration. Anything? What else we got on the docket?
That's pretty much it. I'm just disgusted with the whole month of January and how it's gone downhill.
The year of January.
And yeah, the year
It's been 6 months of January.
Right. Yeah, I'm not excited for what's going to happen this week and where that's going to throw the nation, not us, but the whole nation. And why do we keep electing people who don't know what the fuck they're doing? Why? I don't understand why everybody is so like amped up to hire people, because we hire them. We
hire who?
We hire these fucking assholes to be in
ones?
office. All of them.
Oh, because
they're all fucking hired on our money. That's our money. All of our fucking money. Man, this is bullshit. I want a refund.
This is the end.
Fuck that. You can say that all you want. I want a motherfucking refund because this is bullshit. I didn't sign up for this.
Well, you know, hey, what can you say?
I ain't got no more to say.
Start selling your seeds.
I'm about to go to fucking Home Depot because I'm gonna buy me some seeds, and I got them seeds on deck.
Ice gonna be really up in this motherfucker like, oh, look, right there. She's a farmer too.
Right. She got seeds
she ain't got
for
no
days.
papers. Oh my God.
Bitch.
Oh my God. All right, party people.
All right.
Got anything else to say?
Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for watching.